Harlow on the big island in Hawaii. Great to have you on the program, sir. How are you doing?
Excellent. Good morning.
Where are you on the big island? You in Hilo or are you over in Kailua Kona?
Actually, right between the two, down in Kau.
Well,
southern tip. If the island's a clock, I'm at about 6 o'clock.
Okay, gotcha. I'm familiar with it. I've actually played golf down there at a June Jones charity. Yes, I have, nearby.
Oh, neat.
So what's up?
I just had a question, comment about the sexual harassment stuff going on over at Fox. And it seems to me that maybe that whole sexual harassment thing is a business. I mean, Fox paid $13 million over 20 years for Bill. I'm curious how much Fox paid totally for this frivolous lawsuit stuff over the 20 years for other people, and what happened to them. I mean, if they released the stuff for Bill, why not release it for the others? And in that same context,
wait just a second. How do you know, or are you just assuming that there are others and that Fox has paid an amount of money nobody knows and they haven't admitted to?
I think that this may be a huge business for unscrupulous people to get a couple of bucks out of wealthy people. You know, the money isn't an object for them. I mean, just to get something frivolous thrown out, it's worth it. And I can't believe a business like Fox that does, I don't know, $5 or $6 billion with tens of thousands of employees, and this is the only instance. And in that same vein, Rush, I'd like to know how much the New York Times paid in the last 20 years.
Okay, now you're helping me understand this. I wasn't quite sure where you're, like, how much is CNN paid?
Right, what did they pay over the last 20 years?
Well, that's as if we listen to the news, nobody's ever been sexually harassed anywhere in the media but Fox News.
Right, that doesn't make sense.
The only women that have ever been sexually harassed or bullied are at Fox News.
Bingo. It just doesn't make sense.
Pass the smell test, eh?
Exactly, and I was just wondering what you think about that. And well, kind of a silly question.
This is one of these areas.
Doesn't kind of put it in context.
This is one of these areas where I hate this. I feel constrained in saying things about this. I just do. It's a tricky area, and you know I understand the point that you're making. Why does this only happen at Fox? In the media, we know it's happened at other instances of the fire departments, places like that. But why in the media? Why only at Fox News? Have at least I don't remember any other prominent media figures said they've been sexually harassed at CNN or PMSNBC or NBC, ABC, CBS, PBS, Los Angeles Times, New York Times. It just like it never happens. Like liberals, I guess we're to learn here, do not sexually harass anybody but themselves, which, of course, wouldn't be reported. As to what's happening at Fox, isn't it somewhat obvious, Harlow, what's happening there? Given
well, yeah, and it is. I mean. Obviously, with the Suns coming in and that, one of the guys, I think his wife roomed with Marx in college or something. You can't get much more left.
No, it's not that. It's not. Let me hear. This is a great. No, he's talking about the Murdoch sons, the children, and one of the Murdoch sons' wives. Roomed with Karl Marx. That's not possible. Karl Marx is like 200 years old. What he's thinking of is this. There are 3 Murdoch children by the first marriage. There may be more. There are 3 that I know. 2 boys and 1 girl. It's James and Lachlan and Elizabeth. And Elizabeth's husband, and maybe ex-husband, I don't know, was Sigmund Freud's grandson. And I forget his first name, but he was virulently anti-Fox. Hated Fox. Lives in Britain, London. Just despised it because it's conservative. Just hated it. And one of the Murdoch sons' wives, I don't remember which one, was a ranking employee at the Clinton Global Initiative. You have family intrigue going on at Fox. You have corporate intrigue going on. You have generational change happening within the family at Fox. This is what is constraining me here, folks. There are certain things I think I know, but I'm not sure, and therefore I'm not confident enough to actually opine on them here. But it won't be long if my logical, progressive thinking, based on tidbits that I learn, is true, then Fox News, as you know it, has a lifespan. And it is, I think, already in the process of being modified and transformed very, very gradually. But it is going to happen. But I don't know. I feel like I ought to launch on this, and there's a part of me saying, don't do it yet. So I'm just going to wait. But as to the sexual harassment stuff, that's another. There's so much more going on with this than people know. It's like anything else, folks. If it's in the media, you have to bank on the fact that there's a whole lot that's not being reported and a whole lot that's being misreported for a reason, for a purpose. Like, I have my own theories about this. The problem is, if I announce them to you and if I'm right, well, then I've got attention that I don't really want. So we'll just watch it all unfold. But this is still a good question. When all of these allegations happen, it seems like they're automatically believed and accepted, and they're only happening at one place. Now, nobody is saying that. When you turn on CNN, nobody's raising that point. They just talk about it as though it's quite natural and normal that this kind of illicit behavior would be happening at Fox News and nowhere else. But that alone raises, or should raise, some questions about what really is going on here. And what I mean by, even if there is some, shall we say, less than above board behavior going on, how is that being utilized to transform Fox away from what it is? Which, in other words, means maybe this isn't all that unpleasant for the powers that be. Maybe it's an assistant in helping them transform away from what it is into what they want it to become. Is that intriguing enough? I hope so, because I have to take a break. I'm going to be bailed out here by the programming format. Don't go away, folks. Fox News, just to give you an example, Fox News was just reporting, not CNN, not PMS, NBC. Fox News was just pushing a segment upcoming on how the special election in Montana is going to be the next proxy war for Trump, a national referendum on his popularity. An election in Montana.